CatNap is one of the most mysterious characters introduced in Poppy Playtime. He secretly works for the prototype and has no problem betraying the smiling critters. But one motive of his has remained unsolved, a motive with ramifications that could shape the entire future. There are only a handful of toys that have talked to CatNap face to face and survived to tell the tale. One of them is Miss Delight. The first time we encounter Miss Delight is in Chapter 3, a terrifying antagonist with a broken face. But Miss Delight wasn't always the homicidal maniac that she is. Miss Delight was originally a teacher at Playcare, and based on her cardboard cutouts, she was a kind-hearted and gentle lady. She wanted nothing but the best for the children, and for them to learn and have fun. But everything changed after the hour of joy when CatNap locked up Miss Delight inside the school. Although we only encountered one Miss Delight in the game, there are actually 8 of them, and all of them were trapped inside by CatNap. Left in confinement with limited food, they were doomed to a dark and horrendous fate. But our Miss Delight in particular was subject to the worst of them all. Miss Delight's notes shows us how she slowly lost her mind and went insane. After they were locked up, Miss Delight was hearing noises from the front door. This led her to create her signature mace-like weapon, Barb. Barb's first purpose was only to be used in case anything came through that door. After some time inside, hunger gnawed at the Miss Delights like a relentless predator. The strong cravings clouded their thoughts and eventually weakened their wills. They believed that our Miss Delight was hoarding food, and they ultimately decided to single her out first and cannibalize her. With no one left to defend her, Miss Delight succumbed to her madness and turned on her sisters. She also started to believe that Barb was a person and built a bad habit of talking to her weapon. Barb eventually taught Miss Delight that if she stopped moving and stood very still, her sisters would assume she was dead. But maybe there was more to Barb than we initially thought. It's possible that Barb was actually talking to Miss Delight, except it wasn't Barb, but the prototype. Relying on this tactic, Miss Delight was able to trick her sisters and kill them one by one. Miss Delight continued down this dark path until every single one of her sisters were eaten. Having fulfilled Barb's instructions, Miss Delight had successfully passed her secret prototype test. Miss Delight was rewarded with her first ever interaction with CatNap, and she finds out that it was CatNap that locked her in to begin with. The VHS tape is dedicated to this exact moment when CatNap and Miss Delight finally meet face to face. We hear Miss Delight worriedly asking about the remaining orphans. CatNap tells her that they're safe, but refuses to reveal their location.
Where are the kids? Please, where are the children? Are they in the same place as the employees?
No.
Are the children safe?
Yes.
Can I see them?
No.
Miss Delight also believes that CatNap didn't tell her where the kids were because he knew that she would kill them.
And that was it. That's all he'd tell me. Probably because he knew I'd kill them all.
So why would CatNap even want to keep Miss Delight around? She's already proven unworthy after she killed her sisters. She even threatened the orphans in front of CatNap, but it looks as though CatNap has plans for her. Here are some of the possible theories on why CatNap spared Miss Delight. First off, we heard Miss Delight from the PA system telling us to get out of the school or CatNap wouldn't be too happy about it.
Barb? Oh. Barb says you're looking for your co-workers. CatNap wouldn't like that you're here. You should leave. For your own safety.
It's very unlikely that she was kept alive solely for the purpose of guarding that area against intruders. The prototype knows that she is capable of murder and violence and would rather use that to his advantage. The prototype was probably being cautious and told CatNap to assign Miss Delight to that particular section of Playcare in case unwanted guests break in. It's also possible that Miss Delight believed in the prototype's vision and decided to follow him like CatNap, or maybe the prototype had a means of controlling Miss Delight without her knowing. This next theory could be the missing piece on Miss Delight's puzzling survival from the prototype and CatNap. It involves her weapon, Barb. If there's anyone or anything that Miss Delight trusts, it would be her sole weapon and friend, Barb. This mace-like weapon with colored pencils as spikes is more than just a tool for killing. It is the single thing that prevented her from being cannibalized by her sisters. Barb's voice is what gave Miss Delight the idea to stay still and play dead to survive the others. It was also Barb who told Mr. Light that the player is back to look for his co-workers. If Barb was only a part of Mr. Light's imagination, how would she be able to know all of this crucial information? What if Mr. Light was only led to believe that she's listening to Barb's voice, when all the time it was actually the prototype? If you played Project Playtime, you would know that the prototype can speak telepathically to other toys. He is able to control and influence them to some degree, and this was made clear with what happened to Dog Day. So he had the means to control Mr. Light through Barb. This would explain why Barb was so successful and had access to all this information that Mr. Light shouldn't have been able to know. This can also answer why the prototype kept Mr. Light alive. We know that the prototype uses other toy body parts and adds them to himself.
What have you done? You make me part of you!
By telling Mr. Light how to survive and kill all the other sisters, he can have more parts for himself without having to do much. We also don't see the dead bodies of the other Mr. Lights that were killed, which could only mean two things. Either Mr. Light ate them all, or the prototype took their bodies. While this theory is highly plausible, there's another possible angle. While the prototype didn't hesitate to take CatNap and Mommy Longleg's bodies, we never really saw them hunt him down or go after a toy himself. Another theory is that the prototype doesn't like killing toys and would prefer to avoid doing it himself. His main gripe was always with the humans and not the toys, so it could be possible that the prototype had CatNap lock Mr. Light away to subdue her without having to kill her. Even if the prototype wouldn't murder a toy himself, he would jump on every opportunity to collect a dead body. Or it could be as simple as CatNap being scared of Mr. Light. Mr. Light knows that CatNap is leagues above her in terms of strength and power. That's why she didn't fight him despite her boiling hatred for toys that turn on her. But CatNap also knows how insane and brutal Mr. Light is. Mr. Light is one of those rare toys that seems to be indifferent when it comes to us humans. When we first encounter Mr. Light, she talks over the intercom system to warn us to stay away. She is very mentally broken and unstable, so maybe this was a brief moment of sanity, just like her before the hour of joy. The sweet and caring attitude, paired with a bottomless lust for bloodshed, is something an intelligent toy like CatNap wouldn't want to go against. That's why instead of going against each other, they settled for a truce that contributes to both of their survival. Mr. Light won't go for CatNap, and in return, CatNap won't go after Mr. Light. Still, CatNap had to keep the orphans away from Mr. Light. We know the prototype hid the orphans, but what if he was experimenting on them just like how the Playtime scientists experimented on him? What if the prototype was using the orphans to create his own army of toys? In this case, Mr. Light could serve another purpose for the prototype. Seeing her bloodlust and desire for slaughter, the prototype could be keeping Mr. Light as a failsafe in case the orphans turn on him. After all, Mr. Light made it clear in the VHS tape that she has no problem killing kids now. But let me know in the comments your thoughts on why CatNap spared Mr. Light. Was CatNap afraid of her, or was the prototype molding her into the perfect weapon? Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you next time.